Good day, here are the headlines from the Philippine News Agency. We start in Japan, where 35 Filipinos were among those who have evacuated after the 7.6 magnitude earthquake that struck the East Asian nation on New Year's Day. Philippine Ambassador to Japan, Mylene Garcia Albano, says the Filipinos in Ishikawa Prefecture were evacuated to the City Hall due to tsunami warnings issued after the earthquake. The DFA Office of the Undersecretary for Migrant Workers earlier said there were no Filipino casualties. The Philippine Consulate General in Nagoya is also monitoring developments and issuing advisories to the Filipino community. Overseas Workers Welfare Administration Administrator Arnel Ignacio said they are also monitoring the condition of affected Filipinos as well as the situation in the area, including coastal areas of Toyama, Fukui, and Hyogo. There are over 298,000 Filipinos in Japan, including 1,300 in Ishikawa Prefecture, the hardest hit area by the earthquake. As of Tuesday night, the death toll has reached 55. The earthquake destroyed homes, shut down power, set off a major fire, caused big waves, and triggered tsunami warnings in coastal areas. Shifting gears now, President Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr. expressed optimism that the Philippines would strengthen its relations with Vietnam and Timor Leste as he welcomed the new envoys of the two countries. The President received the credentials of Vietnamese Ambassador to the Philippines Lai Tai Bin and Timor-Leste Ambassador Marciano Octavio Garcia da Silva in separate ceremonies at Malacanang Palace. Marcos told Lai that the Philippines and Vietnam may consider exploring many different areas of cooperation based on his previous meetings with Vietnamese Prime Minister Pham Minh Chinh. For his part, Lai said he's looking forward to Marcos's attention and guidance to the bilateral relations of their countries. Meanwhile, Marcos welcomed Da Silva's appointment to the diplomatic post as indicative of the growing partnership between the Philippines and Timor-Leste. In November last year, Marcos met with President Jose Ramos Horta during his 4-day state visit to the Philippines. During the visit, Marcos reaffirmed the Philippines' commitment to support Timor-Leste's development through the South-South cooperation. House Ways and Means Committee Chair Representative Joey Salceda said Congress can increase unprogrammed appropriations within the 2024 national budget. This as Albay Representative Edsa Lagman asserts that the 2024 General Appropriations Act has a constitutional flaw. In a statement, Salceda cited the remarks made by the Department of Budget and Management that unprogrammed funds are not part of the fiscal program. He says constitutional limitations on the President's proposed appropriation increases are only for programmed appropriations. According to Lagman, the 2024 GAA has significantly increased its unprogrammed fund amounting to 450 billion pesos, surpassing the initial recommendation of 281.9 billion pesos made under the National Expenditure Program. However, Salceda maintains these funds are not included in the fiscal program and that it is up to the Supreme Court to decide once a case questioning the constitutionality of the 2024 GAA is filed. DBM Secretary Amena Pangandaman earlier clarified that the unprogrammed funds in the 2024 General Appropriations Act are standby appropriations distinct from the approved government fiscal program, noting that this would help the government address unplanned expenses and essential programs and projects. Eligible beneficiaries of the Pantawid Pamilyang Pilipino program or 4Ps are urged to register with their respective power distribution utilities to avail of discounts on their monthly electric bills. At the Bagong Pilipinas Ngayon Forum, Department of Energy Electric Power Industry Management Bureau Director Luningning Baltazar said that as of December 15, only 191,399 households out of the 4.2 million 4-piece beneficiaries have registered for the Lifeline rate discount. She says residents in the marginalized sector who have monthly electricity consumption under 100 kilowatt-hour are eligible to apply for the program. Meanwhile, non-4-piece households with monthly electricity use of less than 100 kilowatt-hour are also encouraged to apply for the program as long as they meet the requirements for marginalized end users. For January 2024, only registered households will have automatic discounts on their electricity bill as the Lifeline Rate program will be completely implemented this month. Baltazar says the DOE, along with the power distribution utilities, will roll out Lifeline caravans across the country to identify eligible beneficiaries for the program. Two strong earthquakes struck parts of the country this morning. A 5.1 magnitude earthquake occurred southwest of San Esteban, Ilocos Sur at 3:59 a.m. The quake was tectonic in origin with a depth of 10 kilometers. It was felt at instrumental intensity 2 in Vigan City, Ilocos Sur. The PHIVOX reported no damage, while aftershocks are likely to occur. Meanwhile, PHIVOX also reported a 5.3 magnitude quake that struck the waters of Surigao del Sur at 9:11 in the morning. The epicenter of the quake was located 32 kilometers southeast of Hinatuan town. The quake was felt at intensity 5 in Bislig City, Surigao del Sur. Instrumental intensity 3 was also recorded in Bislig City and intensity 2 in Nabunturan, Davao de Oro. PHIVOX said the quake was an aftershock of the magnitude 7.4 tremor that shook Mindanao last December, leaving 3 people dead. And that's the latest and the biggest stories on the PNA Headlines. For more news updates, please visit our website, pna.gov.ph, or our Facebook and X account, Philippine News Agency. The PNA Headlines is also streamed via the Serbisyo Facebook page. You may also watch the PNA Headlines through the Philippine News Agency's YouTube account, via the News and Information Bureau website, nib.gov.ph, under PNA News, or on the Facebook page of the Presidential Communications Office, or PCO. I am Bench Bondok, and this is the PNA Headlines, bringing stories that unite the nation.